November 2024. I don't know if we did one of these last year. I'm not sure. What is the main channel? Or the secondary channel. I went to Moana 2 first, and then went to Black Friday. It doesn't look like there's a lot of people there, but there were. It was just early. The mall technically opened at 6. I was there at 8. The movie was at 8:06. Yeah, it really doesn't look like everybody. Now we're going to cut to the mall. A couple hours later, it's about 10:30. Unlike some other Black Fridays right after the pandemic, there wasn't a whole lot of people in those, but there were going to be people in this one. And this has already been edited for content to cut out footage of either people that scowled at the camera or cell phone camera, or people or little kids that walked into the shot. We didn't want to have the kids walking into the shot. So yeah, we have a lot of the mall stores. There's Legends Comics. So there's a version of Kal Kat's Comics and Cards there. Not us, it's someone else. Legends. And then Mrs. Fields Cookies, and there's actually somebody at the Mrs. Fields Cookies. Very unusual. Kohl's. And we passed by the cat town. We'll go back to it in the end with the cats. Come by the kids stores, Black Friday stuff. The Black Friday rush seems to be consisting of people desperate to go and buy stuff before another administration happens that will be less than satisfactory. So another administration is going to screw it all up. Let's just say that. Yeah. So they're all going shopping. Everybody going shopping. So here we have Zoomies, which is sort of a millennial store, Zoomy store. We're discussing the premise of her having been or having not been emo. Around 2017, we mentioned that. And it's not the kind of emo that are those goth people that do the whole thing with the hair all dark and they do like the punk goth thing. No, it's the kind of emo where it's a poser emo. We were poser emos at times during the 90s. Which means we might wear black or we might not. But we definitely be angsty about people. Going around people. And that was definitely an emo thing. But no, we were not the goth kind. We were never the goth kind. We were never the dark goth. Here is a year before last they were all green for prom season. Red for Valentine's Day, I guess. That'd be February. Or red for Christmas. Dick's Sporting Goods. Used to be Sports Authority and something else, I think, before that. Dick's. And of course, you know, when it first opened, it was a Black Friday episode when we had one there. And of course, asked one of the guys whether they have balls for sale in Dick's. Of course. Anyway, there were some long lines at the more high-end things. Coach and the Gap. Gap's not high-end. Coach down the hall. A lot of people. There are some people still wearing masks. Yeah, this is sort of a walkthrough. It's sort of like a ride, as I commented on there. I've killed all the audio so you don't hear any. Yeah, we have some people wearing still masks. We have Henderson Bakery. It's moved from where it was. Yeah, you'll probably recognize some of these stores. They're still around from the Eminem video from like 7 or 8 years ago. It's still, yeah, they're still there. So 2016 when we did a remake of that in the mall. We also did scenes from 2 of the Blair Witch parody sequels in the mall, including Escaping Dave & Buster's. It's an in-joke that no one got until it was explained in the making of that I worked at Dave & Buster's, and I was escaping it. Most joke. It's not really. Yeah. Anyway, so we have the Christmas stuff up. It's Black Friday, Thanksgiving. Not a whole lot of them. There's actually a Sephora outside and a Sephora in whole. The two Starbucks are gone. They're gone. I don't think there's any Starbucks in the mall. Maybe it's off in the corner somewhere, but they closed the main one and the kiosk one in the mall. Cutting it down from 10 Starbucks to 7 because there's a third one they closed. In just the city of Milpitas, which is 8 by 10 square, roughly 8 by 5, 6 square, yeah. 10 by 5 or 6 square. 72,000, I think, at this point. And it seemed like on Black Friday there was about maybe 8,000 people in the mall walking around. It does seem like an awful lot. Bigger than a convention. Here's a line going the other way from the Coach store. They're not going into Coach. They're going to the store next to it. It's interesting. And you have several people. This is well edited. Good job editing. Yeah, we're already around to the Marshalls and the. This used to be the Ford plant, and it is the 30th anniversary of the mall. So that's kind of cool. Mall 30th anniversary. It also ties into On Location being 40 years old, and from this year, and also you have. And we visited Pine Hill before that, like in late September or October. So yeah, we did that earlier and didn't really talk about the 40th anniversary of On Location. Haven't done that with Mark's Cards. Maybe when the birthday comes up, we can do that. But yeah, there's doing other things. There's boxes. That's a knick-knack store. You have I won't go into On Location. So yeah, the mall was used in some of our stuff. It's fun the Toys and Motions where you find all the knockoffs. Because they closed Big Lots, it's gone. They moved it into McCarthy Ranch, it's gone. I didn't go to McCarthy Ranch, but I did go to Target just to finish it off at the very end. Here we have there were certain things we wanted to do that would have been funny. And we didn't get to do them. So we're over by the other. Oh, what? Oh, that is Burlington Coat Factory. Okay, yeah, that's a coat factory. And then you come back on the side. It's kind of a neat shot. Would have been a continuous take if you hadn't done that. But yeah, swinging around. Yeah, so it's like a ride, yeah. There was music, so we're killing all the ambient noise. You could make a creepypasta out of this, but don't. It's not worth it. It certainly wouldn't be 10 minutes long. You have a line for the Nike store, which was always overpriced. So it's like, why do you even want to go in there? That's the trouble with like Black Friday sales in California around here. Is as is the case with most retail sales, really. What they do is the month before all the sales, suddenly all the prices are inflated and gouged a little over 30%. They raise up the prices up to late November to the point that they're ridiculously high, and then they say, oh, it's a 30% off sale. And the item is what it was 2 months ago. It's consistent. It's like the Oscars, with the last thing at the Oscars in the last 2 months. November, December is when they pick all the Oscar movies, because those old farts can't remember anything before November. Same thing here with the sales, where you have the sales, and they're like, oh, they just don't remember that like a month earlier, that particular shirt or pair of sneakers or toy or something was $30, now it's $45, and now it's 30% off. Ooh, no, it's like, no, it's still, no. It's not on sale at all. So, but 15% off, ooh. 30% off. We made it $50, and now it's when it was 30, so now it's 20% off. They're still making a profit. Under Armour. Yeah, there's some going around over to the stores on the other side. It's quite a trip going along here. Most everybody was pretty quiet. There wasn't a lot of activity. I mean, there was noise, but there was ambient noise and people and so on. But nobody was raising a fuss or anything. Lots of security. And there's a New Balance, Forever 21. Forever 21, if you go back 10 years or so, 15 years ago, or even 20, if you go back 20 years, it was the shoe pavilion. That was where the Fictional Adventures 2006 was, in that place. And it was the shoe pavilion. And this mall was used in that series. Yeah, 2004, 2006 for the 10th anniversary of the mall. Yeah. But yeah, and I don't think Dave & Buster's is going to go under. It's been under 2 different managements since the time of Dave & Buster. They don't own it anymore. Yeah, and it's going on. That used to be Media Play on the right. They used to have Media Play stuff like that. That was back in the day. I don't have DVDs and stuff like that and video stuff anymore. All that's gone. And all we do is in-camera digital stuff. I copied over. And then we have some goofy pictures in front of the Joy sign. We have a similar sign to that of the infamous love sign of the Philadelphia, the infamous Chris Chan. But ours says Joy, see, instead of love. It's less confusing. But yeah, we have a similar one. This isn't Philadelphia, this is California. So we have, yeah, funky face shot there. There's DB. And there was a shirt place over there. We're going to get a Kal Kat shirt, but they went out of business. They went out of business before we could have one made. Dave & Buster's is now under some third manager. In 2016, it was under new management. And as well, when we did the scene of Kal Kat, Silly Kelly running out of the place. With a door captain and other people observing what I was doing in 1 or 2 takes. We used them both in some way. They were remodeling the mall back then, so that made it even creepier. So it was funny because we could show the remodeling like falling apart and stuff. And we wanted to go in the back and film where they were destroying the meeting room, but they wouldn't let us do that. Yeah, so we're gonna go around here to the just past the theater again. We made a whole circuit. It's a mile if you walk all the way around. It's back to where we were. This GameStop, and I make reference to a YouTuber who's mad about GameStop from New York and Albany and stuff. and I think it's Albany. This is somewhere in New York. Yeah, it's Albany. Yeah, and now we come to the Cat Town. Cat City does exist. Here's Cat City. And it's called Mini Cat Town in the mall, and they sell kitties. So if it's not a sponsor, yeah, I'm not gonna buy any more kitties, but you can buy kitty cats in the mall. It looks like it's not opened. The cats are just hanging out there. They're chilling. A couple of Houdini-looking cats, but they're not him. So yeah, that's the end of that one, and the Black Friday, and then I decided 3 hours later to go over to Target. I went over to Target, and in the afternoon, a little after 3, and so this footage is from inside the Target store with stuff playing, and there was a funny shirt over there on the side that had cherry blossoms underneath the boobs. I didn't get a picture of it because I figured YouTube would flag it for having a picture of boobs. I mean, and you know it isn't. No, I just didn't get it. Like, mannequin boobs. No, 40% off. Target. Yes, another store that's infamous for jack the price of about 40% and then have a sale. And I commented on this kind of hideous shirt. I think Martha's ex Ian had one of those. It's very similar to that. And there's a bright shirt. There's some other men's stuff. Because they figured walking around the women's section probably look a little weird. Yeah. And so here we have a bunch of TVs for sale. The discount TVs. I'm assuming that brand, they're all kind of made in the same place. So they're probably okay at this point if they're like $500 cheap. And it's Target, so you get what you pay for if you end up with a. I'm assuming you can bring back a TV. There's Jason. So we had a cameo by Jason in this from the Target store. Shout out to Jason from the Target. He's a cameo in here. Yeah, just a brief cameo. It's another Jason from the other Jasons. It's someone else. Anyway, it's the one from the conventions. The other convention guy. Anyway, so we have it's not C'est La Vie. It's somebody else. but yeah, so we have the candy area. That got cleaned out. Whatever was there, they went for that. No, this was beer. They were after the beer. But yeah, the regular candy sitting out. I didn't buy anything there. There's some baby Christmas trees. We had one of those one year, and it died after like 6 months. It just died. But that's an earlier one. I did attempt to find the DVD section to do like a thing on the DVDs, but they didn't have one anymore. It's barely anything. And I missed it entirely. So, yeah, there aren't very many people lined up. So here we are at the end, saying it's done and bit the dust. And that is the end of Black Friday 2024. Yeah, so there it is. There it is. Yep, bit the dust.